So today there are a fair few of us out, and we're going to do some of the Derbyshire roads today, and this hopefully should be a better vlog. You should have a better camera angle and a good variation of bikes today. So Dan's leading the pack. And I think the first road we're heading is over down through Glossop and over the Snake Pass. One of the best riding roads in the UK until they put a 50-mile-an-hour limit, but hey ho. So here we go, we're off. Roll the intro. So yesterday we had heavy rain all day, bouncing. So surprised how the roads have dried out today. So I'm sure there'll be some wet patches somewhere, but 16-17 degrees. So ideal, just a little bit of fresh air and a good selection of bikes. That weird time of year, is changing for the proper summer weather. But then again, in the UK, it's that unpredictable. You never know what's going to happen. And but yeah, not been a lot on the vlog front lately, apart from last week's little ride out, and I had to cut that one short again on the last 3 clips on the GoPro. Audio problems yet again, and I don't know why it just tends to fade, and it's you haven't, on last week it switched to external, so I think it was the 3.5 jack, but on some occasions I have had total fade and it's just muted, no sound from outside the helmet on the bike, inside, nothing at all. So I played around with the settings, I formatted the card, so fingers crossed again. Bloody GoPro, sort your act out and keep some firmware updates, because a lot of people are suffering with this issue. And if you do vlogging yourself and you have had issues with the audio yourself, then drop me a message and tell me what problems you've had. It's bloody annoying. Instead, I'll say it's fucking annoying. You know, you want to press your button and capture every time you press it, not having to put up with crap. And it's getting that bad that if he carries on doing it, I'm going to be looking at the DJI new camera for the future if you don't sort your acts out, GoPro, because I was thinking about getting the 7. Anyway, the garage front, I have completely battened the inside of the garage, and we have used some thermal Kingspan insulation on the walls, and on top of that is 18mm plyboard, kindly supplied to me by a good friend of mine in the trade, so thank you, Sean. And that will be boarded out next week and start to be kitted out with all the benches and everything else to make it into the ALCHEMOTO workshop. So things to look forward to. So here's a couple of pictures. So we're just at the foot of Snake Pass, I made my way to the front of the pack with Dan. As Mr. Power Ranger. So the sun's come out, and that, as we all know, is the best news you could wish for. And I think we're going to bypass the cafe stop and go to the visitor centre at Gmanc Dam, the old where the dam busters trained. Groups are out today. Now I missed some footage on the last ride we did over the Snake Pass, and there's a little bit over the top of the stretch as you come down towards the reservoirs, and to me it's got that Canadian look. So to any of my Canadian viewers, and yeah, refer me on that one, in a smaller scale, by the way. For a little while. And I get these guys to pass me when the opportunity arises. Certainly feel the temperature drop every 100 feet or so you rise up here. They're obviously very fit on the bikes, and starts to open out the top. Quite a few plane crashes, wreckages on the top of the moorland round here as well. Car in the ditch. Getting popular to park up and walk. That's all the pack, and I wasn't counting. That's the professional photography group as well. Forgot they were up here today, so if you look online later, be able to buy the picture off them for about £399. Bit of a peg scrape as well, so that was good. I should have took the hand off, but not enough time to pose for that one. So here we go. Now that reminds me of a Canadian landscape. Tell me, am I wrong? So yeah, we just passed the what I class as the Canadian landscape. I'm sure Road Rash will tell me I'm wrong. All the pines. Beautiful day down here today though. Surprisingly quite quiet. And I think we've got the old plot up ahead. Probably in the lay-by, sneaky bastards. But then it is a 50, unfortunately. That's a great sight in front. So today it's another one of our local rides with the Northwest and Manchester Sportster Sickos. So if you've got a Sportster, and if you haven't got a Sportster just yet but you're thinking about getting one, then please still get in touch, because there's a couple of different bikes out today that aren't Harleys but enjoying the ride. So you're not excluded. It's all about the fun and the friendship. So, but yeah, if you're thinking about getting a Sportster, or you've got one already and you're in the northwest area of the UK or Greater Manchester, then look us up on Facebook and please do join the group. And this is the sort of thing you can be expecting out on the weekends yourself or with your partner. Derbyshire skyline. Brought my rucksack and a flask of tea. I've done a little bit of rambling. Yeah, rambling enough on the microphone to you lot. So even the cage drivers are telling us now there's something up ahead. Guessing it's the police. Look at that, Mark II Escort Mexico. You'd be lucky to get one of them for under 30,000 UK pounds now. Yeah, Brian, he loves it. Beautiful warmth. Just cannot beat summer or late spring. Fortunate that I work round here on the other side of the hills, that is over Bamford and towards Buxton, but so I get to, not on the bike, but to drive my work van around to various jobs around here and also all over the country, but I never get tired of this. How can you? I don't know, there's some absolutely stunning scenery around the world, but for this on your doorstep, it's a close second. Those places you can't get to sort of every day. Not the highest peaks in Derbyshire. Well, there is. It's called the Peak District. There isn't actually any mountains with peaks that are named, although we have the Tors. So it's only rising, a couple of thousand feet. Someone will tell me exactly what the highest peak tops are in Derbyshire. I just said there is no peak. The highest tops of the Tors in Derbyshire. As opposed to Scotland, that is, with its thousands of Munros. And the Munro is classed as a mountain, if I'm not mistaken. And there's the group. A few of the names I can't remember. So we'll catch this at the next point. Okay, folks? So everyone's absolutely got piss wet through. And it went bloody cold as well on top of the hill, and the rain come down. So I'm not sure whether I caught that footage from the last point, but if not, yeah, the road was closed due to an accident between a biker and a car, just as we stopped at those temporary lights. So the other riders were actually telling us to turn round, and that's what the problem was. So on turning round, we've hit a rainstorm, and I'm just hoping now on this route that we will find the dry weather on the other side of the hill. So yeah, 30% chance of a shower. We got the shower. But yeah, heated grips on, fingerless gloves on, but dry my palms out more than anything. This is a good little road round the back of Woodhead Pass onto Home Firth, and pretty sure we've covered a bit of this route before, and on my last vlog we cut the video short after on the other side of Home Moss. So fortunately we'll cover it from this side today. Yeah, the little lamb's away. See, a little bit easier on these bends now. They're wet. There's some good bends on here. We're lucky in the fact I'm not going to speak too soon because I'm looking at the blue sky there, and I think we're following the grey sky over there. Fingers crossed or not. The reservoirs. English rolling countryside. The cut that we use up to Almost is the road just up over where you see the hilltops cross over. Bed and breakfast. Finest Victorian engineering over to the left behind the trees. Reeps Farm, no parking. Seriously, no parking. Reeps Farm, no parking at any time. Every time I go past it, there's always someone blocking his entrance. Come on, folks, have a bit of respect for your local farmers. How else is he going to get his tractor out in the fields in the morning? So this reservoir now on the left was right down to the ground level. It's filling up a little bit now. You can see it's almost got a beach over there, and you'll see them in a minute on the bend. The trees that are growing in the reservoir, and they're actually for the first time in a good while on the banks. Fair few feet down. So I don't know if the camera will catch it, but you can see these trees here are normally underwater. Line there to the left. Wall might be too high to capture that one. So we better be careful with how many baths we have. I think we better just stick to showers, if that's all we've got for the summer, although the third reservoir should be full. Nice little place to park up on the right and go for a walk, a wander. And just through these trees on the right, if you're into shooting, is the gun club, the shoot, the boar shoot I think it's called. other side, or just a shoot. Sunshine feathering through the trees. Maybe we'll get something out of today's ride. But coming up is one of the worst junctions you'll ever see. There's two of them actually. The road we're turning left down when you're coming out of it, turning right. But the one we're about to hit in a minute is a bloody nightmare, to be honest with you. But there's Reservoir 3. So you can have as many baths as you want now, looking at that. But if you just look to the, when I'm looking on the right, the puddles here. This one, folks, is a bad junction. Especially if you're in a van. Left hand side coming up. Home first. It's looking a bit grey on the top of there as well. So after the top of Home Moss on this stretch, I think we'll be heading down to the famous Compost Cafe, and hopefully we'll get a nice hot brew and some chips or something from there. So for those of you who do follow me, next month we have the Land's End tour down south. A few stops over on the way, hotels, a bit of drinking, a bit of banter, and some great scenery through Wales and the mountains. Hopefully we've still got a bit of the route to plan, and that I think is over 4 days, 4 or 5 days. So I've said this before, but yeah, stay tuned and follow that one. And if you're watching now and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. And get this bloody shop finished so we can start doing some maintenance and get some more painting going on, and that'll be over winter. Some more paintwork to do on my bike, so I need to get the shop all set up and finished for then. Home Moss aerial mast. So if you can't get a phone signal up here, there's something wrong. Now we'll pull into Summit car park. This will be South Yorkshire's favourite dogging spot, I think. But what a view down into the Home Valley. And it's the 4x4 crowds here today as well. Ice cream. There we go. So in typical fashion now, after we've stopped for 10 minutes, there's that big black cloud that's lashed down on us. Fortunately, the way we're heading now, blue sky and white cloud. Just wait for the crew. What's Lee got to say to the camera? How have you enjoyed today's ride? Fucking filthy bike.
No, I'll watch the fucking thing now. You want to watch it?
No, just want to put it away and forget about it.
Oh, I will.
Beautiful, we were backfiring, second gear diesel. Nice tight bends coming up, but we can't do much about them with the damp road. No peg scraping this time round. So again, I'm hoping the new camera angle is a lot better and easier on the eye. I don't know why I didn't do it months ago. I probably just kept putting the GoPro on and forgetting about it, but it wasn't so bad until I just sort of looked down slightly and it was too far. So anyway, tiny little village of what's it called again? There you go, Lane Village in the Home Valley. I think there's about 4 houses and a pub and a micro shop. Definitely feel a lot more confident though with the Avon Cobras, and I know there's a lot of talk about saying there's nothing wrong with the Scorchers and whatever, and I know you guys on the state side still run your Scorchers and are proud of them, but I'm guessing you know you've you have a lot straighter roads and it's a lot drier. I don't know, but I mean, when I had twitches, you running the Michelin Scorchers, the standard tyres, a little blip of the throttle and you were away, you know, and it just sort of just disappeared from under you, the bike. And you know, lucky not to lose it a few times. But with the Cobras, I don't feel that. And you know, it's definitely a better tyre for the UK's roads for these conditions. I don't care what anyone says. I've tried them and I've tested them, and I know they definitely run better. And I think it's the harder compound in the Michelins. And don't get me wrong, I mean, in the dry, never a problem. And you know, you can straighten the pegs and get down on them, no problem whatsoever. But as soon as the roads were a bit greasy, they became a little bit dangerous, so to speak, unless you were riding like Miss Daisy. Yeah. Compos.
Go somewhere with a brew.
Yeah. Bit of brew and a bag of chips or something, you know. Drying out a bit now as well.
A little bit, yeah.
So surprised it goes warm again. I mean, it was bloody freezing coming down the pass. So in a couple of minutes now we'll arrive into Holmfirth. And when you're living around these parts, it's the loops we do, and I know some of you have watched some of the riding vlogs before. I've probably seen a few clips where you've recognised the places, but for us locally on a weekend, it's just the easiest place to head for. And you can variate it, you know, there's a lot of different roads, and there's plenty more to come of things that a lot of these guys haven't seen around the other side of Buxton into Derbyshire. Some fantastic roads that I see during the week, and a couple of rides out that hopefully I can plan and get all these guys plus more out on in the future. So but this is the south, classed as South Yorkshire side, and it's just out of our area. And just up this hill we shall arrive at Compos. Got a spot of lunch. A few bikes here already. Park in front of the bins. Get another one there. I just tuck it in there. All right. Just nose it straight in there, yeah? The joys, right. Let's go and get something to eat.
That's right now. Small fish and chips, maybe.
Right, so I've had some fish and chips and a brew. The seat's wet, my arse is wet. The final push now on the end of today's ride. Cutting it a bit short, obviously due to the weather. Always love that colour iron. Problem now is we're gonna have to clean the bike. On my ride last week, this is like the other side of the loop, and coming up the same road as we came down before we turned off to the reservoir. But anyway, let's hope all the audio has gone right today. So again folks, thank you for coming with me for this ride today. and look out for all things happening on ALCHEMOTO in the near future. I'll say it again, if you haven't subscribed and you're watching me for the first time, please hit the subscribe button. And again, thank you for watching. I'll see you soon, folks. Roll the music.